So, hi guys, welcome back to class. Look, we have here. Yeah, in my previous video, I promised to drop the video to this beautiful ruffled art. Like, I am going to make this for myself because this is a beauty. So, this size is actually for size 6 months to 1 year. I know you can say that it's too big for a year old, but then my clients requested this for a baby's shoot, so I made this and I actually made a complimentary top for it. I have the tutorial on my channel. This is for size 6 months to 1 year. 6 months to 1 year. So if you're interested, we use the popular shell stitch. So if you're interested, you can check this out. We have the video on the channel. So back to today's business. We'll be making this beauty together. Very simple to make. It's actually time taking because of the ruffles. You can get tiring. For this size, I spent about 10 hours on it to make it. It's quite time taking, probably because I was filming. If I were to be doing it alone, maybe it wouldn't have I wouldn't have spent up to that, but I spent approximately over 10 hours on this to make this. So we'll be needing a pair of scissors to cut, tapestry needle to weave in our hands, and size 4.0 mm hook. 4.0 mm hook. That was not picking. Yeah, 4.0 mm hook. That's what I'll be using. And this is the brand I'll be using. The same brand I used for the top. Yeah, it's 40 grams. I'll be needing about 7 balls of this. It's quite yarn consuming because of the ruffles. And if you don't want it to ruffle up to this, um actually mentioned it in the video on how to adjust that. And I think basically that's what we need. We need a tape measure as well. And those are the materials we'll be needing because of this tutorial. So let's jump right into the video. So to start our ruffled hearts, like I said, I'll be using size 4.0 mm hook for the hat, and I'll be doubling my strand. You can see that the yarn is quite tiny, so I'll be doubling it. And the size I'm making for is for size 3 to 6 months, but I want it to be able to run up to 12 months, and you can actually customize this to any size you want. I'll be leaving the size chart on the screen or in the description box, or I can leave it in both. So we are going to be starting with a magic ring, and to do that, I'm going to grab my yarn with the tail facing me, the end of the yarn facing me. I'll grab my yarn and wrap this around my two fingers, just two fingers, like so, and I'll bring it to the back and I'll hold it with this other finger, like that. And I'll grab my hook, slide it right in, and pick the one at the back, make it twist and bring out my fingers, and I'll chain one to secure, and that's it. So I'll bring this out. As you can see, it is adjustable. So I'm going to add one more chain. This does not count as a stitch, so I'll go ahead and work 10 double crochets inside this magic ring. And to work a double crochet, yarn over, go right inside, grab my yarn, pull out a loop, and I'll yarn over, put through the first two, and I'll yarn over, put through the last two. So that's my first double crochet. This is not a stitch. Again, I'll yarn over, I'll go right inside, pull out a loop, yarn over, put through the first two, yarn over, put through the remaining two. So we'll go ahead and repeat this until we have 10 in total. I've done 2 already, so I'll go ahead and add 8 more. So when I have my 10 double crochets completed, I'll come back and show you the next thing to do. So I have my 10 double crochets worked. So I'll just put the tail. I'll put tight. I'll try not to put too tight so that I don't break my yarn. Like there. So, and I'll just go right on top of my very first double crochet. This is the 2 chains. I'm going to skip that. This is my first double crochet. I'll go right on top and make a slip stitch. So that marks the end of the first round. So we'll go ahead and chain 2 again, which does not count as a stitch. So for this round, we'll be making double crochet increase into each and every of our stitches. That means we'll be working two double crochets inside each and every of our stitches. So I'll go right inside and pull out a loop, yarn over, put through 2, yarn over, put through 2. So that's my first double crochet. I'll go inside and add one more double crochet. So that's my first double crochet increase. So I'll go ahead and repeat this into each and every. Remember not to work here. This is a slip stitch, so make sure you count your stitch as you work. I'm going to work my last increase right inside this space. So when I'm done working, I'll come back and show you the next thing to do. So I have my 10 double crochet increase done. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So I'll go right ahead. My first double crochet right there, I'll make my slip stitch. So that marks the end of the second round. So for the next round, chain 2 again. Remember, we will always chain 2 and it does not count as a stitch. So into this very first stitch, I'll make 1 double crochet, and in the next stitch I'll make a double crochet increase. That means I will be working 2 double crochet inside the same stitch. 1, and I will go inside and add 1 more. So that will be the repetition for this round. 1 double crochet, then you work 2 double crochet in the next, 1 double crochet, then 2 double crochet in the next, 1 double crochet, 2 in the next. So that will be the repetition for this round. So go ahead and repeat this. When I'm done, I'll come back and show you the next thing to do. So after completing my round, I went ahead and make my slip stitch. So for the fourth round, we chain up 2, and for this round we work 1 double crochet in our first stitch, 1 double crochet in our next stitch, then we make an increase in the third stitch. So just like this, 1 double crochet here, in the next stitch 1 double crochet, and in the third stitch we'll go ahead and make an increase. So I'll go back inside and add 1 more. So this is the repetition for this round. 1 double crochets in 2 stitches, 1 double crochet, then we'll make an increase in the third stitch. So 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, you make an increase, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, you make an increase. So we repeat this all the way until we come to the end. So this is what I have after completing my round. And for the next round, I'll chain up 2 again. For this round, we'll be working 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. So into the next 3 stitches. So starting from this very first space, so I'll work my first double crochet, that's 1, work into the next, that's 2, into the next, that's 3, ignoring the 2 chains. So we have 3 double crochets, and in the fourth stitch we make an increase, 1, and I will go back inside and add 1 more. So that will be the repetition for this round. 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches, 1 2 3, then we'll make an increase in the fourth, 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches, then we'll make an increase in the fourth. So we'll go ahead and repeat this all the way until we come to the very end of our work. So I would suggest, if you're making for a bigger size, maybe you're making for adults or you're making for toddler, I suggest we started with 10 double crochet, then you might need to consider maybe 12 or more. If you don't want, this will help to increase your work and help it get wider on time. But as for me, 10 is fine for me. And the size I'm making, like I said, I'm making for size 3 to 6 months, but that can run up to 12 months. So basically, let's say 3 to 12 months. So, and according to the measurement, the diameter, which is the head, the diameter is this, the head circumference before we start working the length of our hat. So this is the diameter we are working with, and for 6 to 12 months, with what I have, should have 13 to 15. So we can do between the range of 13 to 15 centimeters. So if you have 13 and you have 14, 15, it is fine. So the measurement I have right now, it is 10 centimeters. So obviously I still need to work 1 more round. So 1 more round will definitely take me to 13 or 13 plus. So that will be fine. But if you are making this for 0 to 3 months, then this should be fine. And if you are doing for bigger size, then you might need to do more rows. You should have gotten the pattern already. The pattern we just finished is 3 double crochets, then we made an increase. So the next round we'll be making 4 double crochets, then we make an increase, 4 double crochets increase. And the following one, if you are doing a bigger size, you will do 5 double crochets, then an increase. Then if you want to do more rows, you do 6 double crochets, then you make an increase. So that's how the pattern works. So for the last row for me, last row of increase, so I'll chain up 2 and I'll work 4 double crochets, 1 2 3 and 4, 1 2 3 4, 4 double crochets, then I'll make an increase in the next stitch. So this will be the repetition for this round. 4 double crochets to make an increase, 4 double crochets to make an increase. So go ahead and repeat this all the way. So after working my round and I measured it, I have 12.5 centimeters. If I were to be doing this for 3 to 6 months, this is actually perfect. But I want it to run up to 12 months, so I will need to add one more round for that. And that will be 1 double crochet into the next 5 stitches, 1 2 3 4 5, and in the 6th stitch we are going to make an increase. So just like so, 1 2 3 4 and 5. Then we'll make an increase in the next stitch. 1 2 3 4 5, then we have an increase. So this will be the repetition for this round. 5 single crochets to make an increase, 5 single crochets to make an increase. So go ahead and repeat this all the way around. So after completing my round, I have about 14.5 centimeters, which is fine. For size 6 to 12 months, it says from 13 to 15 centimeters, so we still fall in between. We have 14.5, almost 15. So this is fine for me. So if you are doing for 1 to 3 years, you might need to add one more row. And if you are doing for bigger size, you just need to increase it. But if you are doing for adults, you can just start your foundation, your the 10 double crochet we started with, you can just consider doing 12 instead. So this will help the diameter to get bigger on time. And so after this, the next few rounds, we'll just go ahead and work one double crochet into each and every of our stitches. We are not increasing again. So I will go ahead and continue working 1 double crochet inside each of my stitches until my heart measures around 14 to 15 centimeters in length. I'm going to measure like this, folding up, and I'll measure until I have around this length. So I'll go ahead and continue working. So you go ahead and work yours for the size you are doing. So for 1 to 3 years, you have to work till you have around 16 centimeters. For 4 to 10 years, you need to work until you have around 17 centimeters. You will see the size chart on the screen, so you just go ahead and work with the size you are working, the size you are doing. So you just go ahead and work with the measurement. So when I'm done with the length, I will come back and show you the next thing we'll be doing. So I worked 5 regular rounds of no increase, and I don't want it to be too long because our ruffled, remember our ruffles is going to be very ruffled one, and it's going to be long. So I don't want it to be too long, so I stopped at just 5 rounds, and that measures around 12 centimeters from the top right here, 12 centimeters. So which is fine. Like I said, I'll be leaving the size chart on the screen so you know which one to follow. And this is what we have. So right now, before we start our ruffles, we are going to do some decrease. So for this round, we'll be making some reduction, and that will be starting from this very, I chained one already, starting from this very same stitch. I'll go right inside, pull out a loop. I'll go into the next stitch, pull out a loop. That's 3, yarn over, pull through hole. That's my first decrease. In the next, I'll work a regular single crochet. In the next, I'll work a regular single crochet. So that's decrease, then 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches. We repeat that again. We make a decrease, go right inside, pull out a loop, go into the next stitch, pull out a loop. That's 3 loops, yarn over, pull through hole. That's our decrease. Then go into the next 2 stitches and work 1 single crochet each. So this will be the repetition for this round. It's decrease, then 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches. Decrease, 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches. So go ahead and repeat this all the way till you come to the end of the round. So I finished the round with a decrease. And I just slip stitch into my very first stitch. So right now we are going to start our ruffles. According to my client, the picture she sent to me, the art is really ruffled, like extremely ruffled, and that is what I'm going with the flow. So into each and every of our stitches now, we'll switch back to our double crochet. So I'll chain up 2. Into this, each and every of our stitches will be working 4 double crochets. 4 double crochets, because I really want it to ruffle up, like really. So into one stitch, I'll go right inside. That's 1. That's 2. 3. So I'll add the very last one, 4. So that's into one stitch. I'll go into the next. I'll repeat the same thing. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So like so, that's what we are going to be repeating all the way around till we come to the end. 4 double crochets into each and every of our stitches. 4 double crochets. So you go ahead and work your 4 double crochets all the way around, and when I'm done, I'll come and tell you what we'll be doing for the next round. So I just worked my last 4 double crochets, and I'll just go right on top of the very first double crochet and make a slip stitch. So as you can see that our ruffles are coming up already. So for the next round, we're going to chain up 2. So chain up 2, 1, 2, and into each and every of our stitches now we'll be working 3 double crochets. So starting from this very first stitch, I'll work 3 double crochets. So this is 1. I'll go back inside, 2, and I'll go back and add 1 more, 3. So we'll go right into the next stitch, work 3 double crochets into the next 3 double crochets. So we'll go right inside each and every of our stitches. We'll go ahead and work 3 double crochets each. So I'll go ahead and complete this. At the end of this round, I'll come back and show you the next thing to do. So after working my second round, this is what I have. You can see that it's really ruffled up, and it has really ruffled up, and I still want the ruffles to be I still want it to ruffle up more than this. If you're fine with this, you can just go ahead and work just 2 rounds of regular double crochet. But for me, I'll chain up 2, and again I will work 3 double crochets each inside each stitch. That's 1, 2, and 3. I'll move to the next. Again, 1, 2, and 3. So we'll go ahead and repeat this all the way around. 3 double crochets inside each and every of our stitches. So at the end of the round, I'll come back and show you the next thing to do. So after working up my row, this is what I have, my 3 double crochet in a stitch. This is what I have. As you can see that it is really ruffled up, and we'll be doing our last row of increase, which will be 2 double crochets inside each stitch. 2 double crochets. I'm trying to pull that out, and yeah, I'm in. So I'll just go ahead and chain 2. I have 1 chain already, so I'll just go ahead and add 1 more. Now I'll go inside that same stitch and work 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. So that will be the repetition for this round. 2 double crochets inside each and every of our stitches, 1, 2, 1, 2, just like that. So we go ahead and repeat this all the way around. I know it's a lot of work, but trust me, it's going to worth it. So I finished working my last round. That will be the last round. The two double crochets we did, that will be my last round of my ruffles, and you can see how extremely ruffled our hat is. In fact, this is more ruffled than what my client sent, and I am loving the vibe. It's not that heavy actually, but it's so beautiful, and it's a lot of work, like but it's worth it. The beauty worth it. So after working my last double crochet, I slip stitched and I fasten off my yarn. Here is that. I will try and look for that. So all we have to do now is hide our hands, and our art is ready. So I'll go ahead and do that and come back and show you the finished look. So after weaving on my hands, this is what we have. Beautiful, right? So this marks the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much for sticking by to this moment. And if you are not yet a subscriber, please kindly click the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that you can be notified anytime I drop a new video. Yeah, so see you in my next video. Bye.